What already was one of the weakest PlayStation Plus months in ages just got even worse, because the one game I was most excited to test on the portal, the one thing that could have saved this lineup for me, never actually showed up on cloud streaming, and I've now confirmed it's not coming. So in this video, I've tested every game that did make it, and I'll share my verdict, including a few surprising games that might be worth giving a go, my pick to play first, and one absolute classic you want to buy for remote play. And there's big PlayStation news to cover too, including a huge PlayStation event heading our way soon, and some shocking stats on the best-selling PlayStation games of all time. Let's jump in. So let's talk about the games that did show up for PlayStation Plus Cloud Streaming Beta in September 2025. And first up is Legacy of Kain Defiance. This is a classic PlayStation 2 era action hack and slash that still holds up surprisingly well. It's got that moody gothic vibe and fast-paced combat that makes it feel right at home on the Portal's smaller screen. Like I always say, older games really benefit from the smaller screen as it makes them look way sharper. Honestly, I'd actually love to see a modern remaster of this game. Let me know in the comments if you would too. Next up is Conscript. Now this one is a really gritty, dark World War I survival horror indie, and it definitely got a bit of a throwback vibe with the fixed camera angles, limited inventory, that kind of old school tension and pixelated graphics. It plays well on the Portal, and the grim trench visuals actually suit the small screen nicely. It kind of feels like a portable game, this, but it's a niche one. Great if you like indie horror games, otherwise it might feel slow and kind of boring. This one's a pass from me. Next up is Fate Samurai Remnant. This is a slasher style action RPG set in the Edo period Japan. The art style pops on the Portal with vibrant colours and really stylish attacks which look really cool on the screen. It's fast, fluid and surprisingly fun slashing through hordes of enemies, especially if you enjoy Koei Tecmo games like I do. Give this a look. Worth checking out also if you're after something with some really impressive visuals and satisfying swordplay. I mean, who doesn't love chopping up bad guys with a katana? And then we had the next one, The Invincible. This was a total surprise. A slow, atmospheric, first-person mystery set on an alien planet where you play an astrobiologist trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's really immersive in this first-person view on the Portal. It's got beautiful visuals, it really is a looker this, and it's got a killer synth soundtrack. And it even ties into the comic book it's based on. You can actually read the comic book in the game as well, which is cool. Think 80s sci-fi movies meets interactive novel. Really good stuff. And the surprise hits keep coming for me anyway. Definitely check these out if you like the sound of them. But I wasn't expecting this one. Crow Country is basically Resident Evil meets Final Fantasy. I say Final Fantasy as the way the characters move and look reminds me of Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. But the gameplay is all Resident Evil. A modern throwback to the PlayStation 1 era. The visuals are sharp and super stylized. The theme park setting is super eerie. And the controls are modern and easy to pick up and play. Bonus tip, kick all the vending machines. Trust me. Persona 5 Tactica. This is a cute turn-based tactics game with the Persona 5 cast. The visuals again are super bright and pop beautifully on the screen. Gameplay is solid, think kind of XCOM light, but it's heavy on dialogue and cutscenes as all these Persona games are. If you love the Persona world, this is a fun one, but newcomers might get bored waiting to get to the action. I don't know, I'm not so sure about this one. I really prefer the standard Persona franchise, so Persona 5 Royale is my pick over this one any day of the week. Now if you want to chill out in a survival game, that sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? Chilling out, trying to survive. But anyways, Green Hell is a chilled survival game where you craft, scavenge and build your way through the jungle. There's a story mode and there's a whole bunch of other modes actually, like challenges, online multiplayer, survival, you name it. There's some minor pop-in issues I noticed while playing this on the Portal, but overall it looks great on the Portal screen. And if you like games like Rust or The Forest, you'll likely vibe with this one. I recommend starting off with the story mode, that's what I did, and it's been good fun. Okay, here's the big one. This is the game I was most excited about this month, and it's completely missing from cloud streaming, even though it's part of PlayStation Plus Extra. I went onto the PlayStation blog to see what the heck was going on, and there's a little asterisk on the PlayStation blog that confirms both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions of WWE 2K25 are download only, which means you can't play it on the PlayStation Portal unless you remote play it from PlayStation 5. Hopefully this does not start a trend of games skipping cloud streaming library and just being download only. It's a big disappointment. And to make matters worse, the file size for this game is 120.7 gigabytes. What? That is insane for a wrestling game. Like, this isn't some AAA open world masterpiece. So why is the game file so big? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this just bad optimization or something else that I'm completely missing? So what should you play first? So this was honestly a tough month to pick a standout, especially with WWE 2K25 not showing up, as that was the one I was most looking forward to. But after playing everything, I did have fun. Some of these games were really good, but two games did surprise me in a good way. One, The Invincible, a first-person sci-fi mystery with slick visuals, awesome music, and just a fascinating world. It's one of the most immersive Portal games I've played recently, as I had no expectations going into this one. I really enjoyed it. If you've never heard of it and you like the sound of what I'm saying, give it a go. Next, Crow Country. This one just hit me right in the PS1 nostalgia feels. It feels like Resident Evil from 1997, but with smoother controls. You know, the weird horror theme park setting works. It's like a modern retro throwback done right. It feels like a cozy blanket, you know, going back to the 90s. That's when it's set, and you know, the world was a better place back then, apart from there's monsters in this game, but you know what I mean. Now, if you want an amazing game to buy and keep forever, one that plays brilliantly on the Portal via remote play, this month's pick is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Big thanks to Konami for the review code. This is a polished up remaster of the PS2 classic, and wow, honestly, it still holds up in 2025. The mechanics, the story, the stealth, it's just so smart and detailed. I can't actually believe this was on PS2. I never played this one. Back in the day when it originally launched, I played Metal Gear Solid 1 on PlayStation 1, which I think is just one of the best games ever and probably one of my favourite games ever. Then on PS2, it was Metal Gear Solid 2 I played. So this was all new to me. This was my first time ever in the Metal Gear Solid 3 world, and just wow. I mean, you're choosing your camouflage, you know, you're stitching yourself up after being attacked and shot and stuff like this. You're sneaking through the mud, you're taking out crocodiles with tranquilizer darts. I mean, come on, this is a good time. It's just the same original game, same voice acting, just with sharper visuals, and there is some control tweaks as well, which is good. If you're new to Metal Gear Solid 3 or just want to relive a classic, this one is a no-brainer. Link in the description if you want to grab it. I actually streamed this one live on Twitch, and it was a blast. So if you like stuff like that as well, make sure you head on over to my Twitch channel. The link to that is down below as well. Now let's shift gears for a second and talk some PlayStation news here and PlayStation history, because this month PlayStation just celebrated its 30th anniversary in North America. And to mark the occasion, Circana released a list of the top 20 best-selling PlayStation games of all time in the US across all consoles. So PS1 to 5, and I'm pretty sure it probably includes, I don't know if it includes the handhelds actually, PSP and Vita, but 1 to 5 anyways. And guess what? To nobody's surprise, GTA 5 is number 1 both in unit sales and total dollars. No shock there, eh? Minecraft is number 2 in units, but much lower in revenue, which is kind of weird because it's way cheaper, I guess, than most AAA games. But the one thing that did jump out is most of the top 10 is Call of Duty. Like, seriously? It's basically Activision's world over here, and we're all just living in it. And I mean, I love Call of Duty, especially the OG Modern Warfare series, you know, Black Ops, etc. But this made me kind of sad, like so many incredible games that are just not the same thing, you know, being recycled each year that deserve to be on this list more, I think. But there are some bright spots. Spider-Man's in there, God of War, and The Last of Us all made the list. And Spider-Man 2 charted despite only being out for like 2 years. That's impressive, and that honestly shows how massive modern PlayStation games are, because apart from GTA San Andreas and Vice City, I mean, they're on the list as well though. How cool is that? That's way back from the PS2 era. There's barely anything from PS2 or PS1 eras on this list, which is kind of surprising. But what games are you surprised by on this list, or that didn't make the list? Sound off in the comments, gamers. And speaking of PlayStation news, we might be getting a lot more PlayStation news next week. We might be getting a big PlayStation Showcase next week, or State of Play. We are yet to find out which one it is, but reliable insiders like Nate the Hate and Jeff Grubb are doubling down, saying Sony is preparing a major digital event, likely lining up with the Tokyo Game Show next week. So what might we see? Marvel's Wolverine is apparently ready to be shown. That would be freaking cool. I would be hyped for that. There's a rumoured 2.5D God of War spin-off. Could be quite cool. Interesting to see what they're playing with there, what they're working on, what they're cooking, and possibly a new look at Saros, which is the PlayStation 5 exclusive from Housemarque, who we've not seen anything from in a long time, so that would be pretty cool. Sony usually announces these things, you know, just days before they go live, so keep your eyes peeled on our community tab here, or community feed, whatever they call it on YouTube now, as we will let you know as soon as we hear anything. And I will also be live streaming the event here on the channel, so we can all watch it together, have a laugh, chat about what's being revealed by Sony, and react to everything in real time. So I look forward to chatting to you all on stream. And if you want to know what Sony isn't telling you about the Portal, especially when it comes to durability and long-term usage, check out this video right here. It's a must watch if you own the Portal or if you're thinking of picking one up.